Hi guys, it's Chrissie and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to something a little bit different than what we normally do here on the channel, and we're actually going to be building a tiny home today. And yes, I know a little while ago I built that industrial, in air quotes, tiny home, and I know that really wasn't all that tiny. But this one I would actually consider to be somewhat of a tiny home. It is only 3 squares by 8 squares on the bottom floor. And then you have that little 4 by 1 little bump out bit on the bottom floor, and the top floor is even smaller. So I would consider this a tiny home, and this is, as you guys might have guessed, it's a very bohemian kind of themed tiny home. Now, I didn't look up any like reference pictures or anything like that about like the whole bohemian style. I just went with what came to mind when I thought of a bohemian style. So like lots of wood tones and lots of plants and some bright colors and stuff like that. That's what I think of. So yeah, that's kind of the theme for this tiny home. And over the weekend I was a little bit obsessed, I guess, with tiny homes, and I actually ended up building 2 of them. Now, I do have to blame MsGryphi, Tanya, for making me obsessed with tiny homes. I blame her completely for that. She is, if you guys don't know, MsGryphi, Tanya, has been building a bunch of tiny homes. I think around from about like the start of the year, I think, and she has done like, I don't even know how many of them, but they're so cool and they're so different than what I'm used to building that I've always told her that I love them. I love watching her build them and seeing what she can do with them, but I've never been able to do them myself, since figuring out like the spacing of stuff and figuring out where to place things and how to make everything fit in has always looked so bloody hard. And in truth, I've never really actually tried all that hard to make it work. But yeah, this weekend I decided to sit down and actually, make a concerted like effort to try and figure it out. And it was a little bit tricky if you're not used to building like on a tinier scale, but I actually managed to fit in a lot more than I thought I would be able to fit in. So yeah, that's really cool, and it was a really fun experience trying out a different building style than what I'm used to, since I'm used to building like big family homes, not like tiny homes. But yeah, if you guys didn't know about Tanya, or I guess I should call her MsGryphi, but if you guys didn't know about her, I will leave her channel link in the description and probably on the screen at some point for you guys as well. If you want to check out her channel, I would definitely recommend it. Her channel has absolutely blown up these past few months from the beginning of the year, and I'm so happy for her. She definitely deserves all of it. She's an absolutely amazing builder. But yeah, you guys should definitely go and check out her channel. But yeah, a bit more about the house. I figured since the sim that would be living here would be very kind of bohemian inspired, I guess. I didn't even create the sim for this, but I figured, the sim that lives here would be very into gardening and flower arranging and, kind of just living off the land, if wherever possible, where it's possible for them to. So yeah, I put in a lot of like plants and flowers and stuff around the outside, and I added in a lot of like actual growable plants. So you guys might have seen in like the little video bit at the beginning, the little intro, that there's a greenhouse in this build. I add in a little greenhouse outside using like the cool little roof tool, like a little roof trick, I guess I should say, that we can do, where you basically just put a roof on the ground and then you like not raise it up, but you make it a little bit high pitched, and then you can add a door into the wall. You use a half gabled roof, I believe that's what it's called. I have no idea like the proper names of like the roof bits and stuff like that, so whatever, you guys will see it as I get to it later in the video. But in there I put like a greenhouse area, and then outside I have I think 3 fruit trees, and then some other like plants and flowers and stuff. Most of the plants are actually flowers, and I figured they would have a lot of flowers, they would grow a lot of flowers, since I do add in 2 flower arranging tables, one in the greenhouse and the other one on this little deck area outside on the top floor. So even though the like interior of this house is fairly small and fairly compact, you actually have quite a bit of like outdoor space. The garden is not big, but I mean it's big enough, since as you guys could see I did only manage to add in like a single bed. So the sim that lives here probably lives here alone, and I figured they would be a little bit of a recluse. They wouldn't be necessarily be a loner, but they wouldn't, you know, be someone that would enjoy living with other people. They would enjoy being alone most of the time, although they wouldn't, you know, avoid people altogether, if that makes any kind of sense. But I do end up adding in a woohoo bush from Get Together. Yeah, it's from Get Together. I end up adding a woohoo bush in the front yard from Get Together. If your sim, you know, wants to bring someone home and they want to woohoo, they have a bush that they can do it in, since obviously I didn't add a double bed. And I didn't want to add something like, I couldn't add a closet. I couldn't find a space for a closet, even if I wanted to. And I figured that a hot tub in like this little like cute tiny rustic home would look super out of place. So I figured, you know, a woohoo bush would be our best bet. But yeah, that's the little greenhouse that I was talking about. As you guys could see, I just made a little rounded, almost dome, you know, little greenhouse for them. And yeah, then there's just a bunch of like trees and decorative plants on the lot as well. I also added in laundry. I added a laundry basket upstairs in their bedroom, and then instead of going with a washer and dryer like I normally do in my builds, I added in the wash tub and a clothesline, since, as I said, I figured they would probably be as, I guess, like eco-friendly as it's possible to be in The Sims. Obviously, we don't really have an eco-friendly aspect to the game all that much. I mean, even if your Sims do grow their own food, you know, they can't grow everything. And, you know, The Sims 4 just doesn't really provide for like an eco-friendly lifestyle, I guess I should say. But I figured, you know, having a wash tub and a clothesline would be a little bit more eco-friendly than using like a dryer and laundry machine. But yeah, this is just a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom little tiny home, as you guys could probably already tell, and it's on a 20 by 20 lot in Windenburg, and it turned out to be almost 47,000 simoleons, so it's not cheap. I didn't even try and limit my budget when it came to this, and I also didn't limit my pack usage at all. I just used whatever I thought would fit in well with this build. Obviously, I did use a lot of seasons. I used a lot of the season stuff, and then quite a few of the Get Together items as well, I think. But yeah, I built another one, so I have 2 tiny homes going out this week. The other one will probably be later in the week, obviously. But yeah, that one is like the total opposite of this one, and this was actually the second one that I built. I built the other one that will be going up later this week. I built that one first, and it's actually a bit bigger than this one. But when I built that, I was just really still in the mood to build tiny homes, so I built this one as well. But yeah, I hope you guys like how this little build turned out. Let me know what you guys thought of it and everything like that. But yeah, I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day. If you guys did like the video, give it a like. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and sticking around, and remember to hit the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. I also have a Patreon page that I have linked in all of my videos that you guys can check out to get early access to some of my videos, exclusive Patreon only videos, and a bunch of other fun like perks and stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye guys!
As a young girl, the fields were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines. So offshore, playful and free, without a care in the world. I was one rich little girl, daydreamer, kidnap me, take me back, all the way back to them days, running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot. No mistake ever kept me late. We spent summers catching fireflies and winters on our skates. One big smile across my face.